Holy crap, guys. SoFi stock is not up 5, not up 10, not up 15%. It is up over 20% right now after the company reported earnings this morning. So we have to break down what is going on in this video. We'll break down the earnings, the presentation, the charts, all that good stuff. And all I ask from you guys is if you find value, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. It's free to do that. We're almost at 30,000 subs. I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there watching. And of course, don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo as well. You might as well. Link down below, guys. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers, guys. Take a sip of your coffee. You're probably going to need it for this video, and let's just dive right into it. As again, we're seeing SoFi stock. Now it's up 19%, so it was up 22. Now it's up 19, but still, it is exploding like no other right now after the company reported earnings in the morning. And do you guys recall what we talked about in the last couple of SoFi videos? I think last night when we covered it, or yesterday, midday, whenever the heck that was, we called out and covered the ascending triangle that we had here. Well, that's completely breaking out as of right now, or it's playing out rather, as we're completely breaking above $10, $10.15, and the high from a couple of weeks ago for mid-June. I think exactly it was to the penny, $10.23, if I remember correctly. And what did I say yesterday, guys? If we were to gap up out of $10, especially $10.25 this morning, that would be very bullish. And oh boy, did we do that and some. Now we're at $11.35 per share. And earlier in the day, let me pull the intraday up and zoom in a little bit. We hit, well, earlier in the day, as in 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, actually, we hit 1170. So we hit almost $12, and now we're pulling back a little bit. And clearly, it's still holding, obviously, the uptrend on the intraday here. And a healthy spot for SoFi on the charts to come down here, or to come down to on the intraday here is probably around 11, 11.15, 11.20, right around here. We'll see if bulls come in there and maybe push this thing even higher heading into the, the rest of the day, which we'll probably do another update on SoFi later in the day because we're only an hour in, an hour and a half in now. So we have a lot more price action later in the day. And it's only Monday, guys. So Mondays are typically wild. So yeah, make sure to subscribe because there will be a part 2 to SoFi later today. So before we get too deep into, talking about the charts and, getting off track, well, not off track, but before we dive deeper into the video, let's talk about what they actually reported when it comes to numbers. Then we'll dive into the investor relations page and see the report or the presentation they just put out a couple of hours ago. So SoFi ended up doing, let me see here, guys. I believe they lost 6 cents, right? Yeah, they lost 6 cents, which beat the loss of 7 cents expected. That's great. And they beat on revenue, $489 million versus $474.6 million expected. So beat EPS, which is great. They beat revenue, even better. And are you guys ready for this? Quarter end total members were up 44% year over year to what? Over 6.2 million members. So up almost 50% year over year. That's insane. And they also raised their full year 23 guidance, it looks like here. Let's see what to, if I can come up and see if I can even see it here, guys. Yeah, they raised their full year adjusted view on revenue to $1.97 to $2.03 billion. That's great. They raised their adjusted EBITDA view to $333 million to $343 million. That's also great. So they're raising their revenue. They're raising their EBITDA. That is really good news on top of the beat on EPS and revenue. No wonder why the stock is exploding right now. So let me actually come over here before we, ramble on too much here, guys. Let me come over here so we can see the actual presentation on the investor relations page, which is what we're looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen. So right here, what we have is the members graph. This shows how many members they added over the last many quarters. How many quarters is this? Maybe 10, 12, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But pretty much from Q1 2020 to where we are now, Q2 2023, it looks like they added 584,000 new members in Q2, bringing total, like I said, to 6.2 million. We covered that a minute ago. That's up 44% year over year. That is very, very impressive here for SoFi, guys, and that's pretty much grown as expected. I mean, this is a quote-unquote smaller company, a newer company, and growth has slowed down. I mean, you guys can see if I zoom in a little bit here on these charts, you can see, 110% growth, 13% or 113%. Then we got down to 70. Now we're at 44. So growth is slowing down, quarter over quarter over quarter, which makes sense. But overall, every quarter that goes by, at least over the past a couple of quarters here that are listed on this chart, we've been growing quarter over quarter, which is really good for members on SoFi. And products, this has also grown. These numbers are in thousands. And of course, like the members, the growth rate has slowed down from 121, 123, 84, 69. You guys see all these numbers, but still quarter over quarter, products in thousands is growing. That's great. Galileo accounts also growing. You guys can see, well, maybe not so much in the last couple of quarters too much. Well, I guess year over year, yes, they are growing, but quarter over quarter, in the past 3 quarters, they haven't grown, or 2-3 quarters. But either way, Galileo accounts trending in the right direction, which is up. That's where you want to see this trend. And we have the lending and financial services products. You guys can see lending products in thousands, up 25% year over year to 1.5 million. That's the chart on the left. And here on the right, we have financial services products in the thousands, up 47% year over year to almost 8 million. Very impressive. And essentially, guys, what this shows is the growth in products and members driven by financial services products, which reached nearly 7.9 million, which I just said, which is up 47% year over year. Very solid. And coming down here a little bit more, you can see the financial services productivity loop, which we're not going to get too deep into in this video. And of course, guys, if you want to look at this for yourselves, just go to Google, type in SoFi Investor Relations, and boom, it'll pop up right there. It is not rocket science, guys, but it is fun looking at this on the videos, of course, as we always do with a lot of these companies during earnings season. And make sure to subscribe, because we'll be doing this a lot more with a lot of other companies. So this shows quarterly performance. What is this? The record adjusted net revenue, it shows here, and adjusted EBITDA, which has grown over the last couple of quarters. You guys can see here on the left, we have adjusted revenue, net revenue. Then on the right, we have adjusted EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. I can't even freaking talk today, guys. It's a tongue twister. You know what it means, right? That's what that stands for. And if we come down a little bit more, let's see. I want to see what their balance sheet is looking like right now, the updated balance sheet. Let me see if I could find that very quickly, guys. Let's see. Actually, before we go to the balance sheet, let me show you guys the segment financials, which is very important, actually, because this shows you the student loan originations, the personal loan originations, which we've talked about a lot on this channel, right, guys? Because a lot of people now, they're taking out personal loans for many reasons. And I know SoFi, I mean, you need a high credit score to even get approved, which is good because the quality of the borrower is higher. That's good. That's what we want to see. But at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people are taking out these loans, and it's to probably pay off whether it's credit card consolidation or they just need the money for something else. I don't know, but they're doing very well from that aspect, right? You guys can see here, this is the Q2 2023 number. Let me zoom in. I'll just read it to you guys. You can't see it. It's too freaking small here. But it says for personal loan originations in Q1 of 2023, they were a little bit under $3 billion. And now as of Q2 2023, it ballooned to almost $3.8 billion personal loan originations, which is nuts. That's completely exploding. And for student loan originations, it's actually gone down, guys, from 525 million to 395 million. But of course, as everybody out there knows, as student loans essentially are, the freeze or whatever you want to call it is being lifted here fairly soon. Aren't payments being resumed in, I think, October or something like that, or September, whatever it is. As we're seeing that, of course, more business will start rolling in to SoFi. More students with student loans are going to want to refinance, and guess who they're going to go to? Obviously, some other financial institutions, but SoFi as well will be one of those that'll benefit. So we'll see how that goes, guys. We'll see if that number balloons back up. I mean, it's very low, that student loan originations number, compared to what it was a couple of years ago. And in my opinion, and a lot of people out there could agree, that will balloon up here fairly soon. And let me see where their freaking balance sheet is, guys. Where is it? I can't find it here. It's got to be here somewhere. Looks like I found the balance sheet, guys, but maybe we'll save it for the next video. We are running a little bit too late on this one, in my personal opinion. I like to keep it around 10-11 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up. We'll do a part 2 to this SoFi video, guys. We'll run through more information, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and of course, don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video. Just use that link down below, open up your account, and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, and once you fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks, you also get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and by the way, each of those are valued up to $2,000. And if you want some more money, who doesn't like more money, guys, and you have some more money to actually deposit onto the platform, if you fund your account with at least $5,000 on top of those 15 stocks that you already got, each up to $2,000, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Expedia stock, which that part of the promo is limited time. The clock's ticking, so use that link down below. And of course, full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next video.